Can you tell me where you're from?
I'm half Russian, but I'm from Uzbekistan.
And I'm Russian and Swiss.
Why did you come to Japan?
I came because my father works here, so we decided to move here to live.
And I'm here on vacation.
What's your favorite thing about Japan?
Go first.
I mean, I really like how they're like super on time and like nice to everyone. I feel like you don't get that a lot in the UK. They're like usually staff is really mean in the UK. Here they like make the effort despite not speaking English. So I like that a lot.
I like that. I love it and hate it at the same time, but it's very safe. I can go around Shibuya and like feel really safe comparing to other countries.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, but even in Shibuya, there's a lot of. Are you familiar with Nanpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people come Nanpa. But does that
Yes.
make you feel unsafe, or is that like normal?
In Japan, it's more like a chill Nampa. They do not like harass you. Yeah, they're not like grabbing you or like touching you. They just like it's a word, and for me, like doesn't really affect very much.
Me, I have no idea what that is, so I have no opinion on it. Sorry.
So it's when like guys come to hit on you basically in the street. But I feel like Japan's very safe. I'm just curious, in other countries, is it more dangerous for women to be walking on the street?
Yeah, in Uzbekistan, they're very aggressive. Like not everyone, but like a lot of people are very aggressive with like the way they do Nampa. Because like sometimes like Nampa can be like flattering to girls because it's like attention, but like if it's aggressive, it's getting scary. And in Japan, it's like I heard about like aggressive stuff, but like I've never really experienced it. So
Do you have any like aggressive episode that happened overseas?
overseas?
Yeah.
No, I moved here when I was like 10 years old. So.
Oh, Nihon.
I think in the UK,
Yeah.
you kind of, when men get drunk, if you tell them no, they'll continue insisting. But I feel like because of that, because they like the police knows about that kind of culture there, they take like it more seriously. But here, I feel like if something does happen to you, the police is less likely to do something about it.
Yeah.
But maybe I've not been here long enough to really like have a super valid opinion about that. But I do feel like if in general, it is more safe, but if something was to happen, you as a foreigner especially would be at a disadvantage
Yeah.
compared to in other countries.
Okay, last thing on this topic. How would you like a guy to approach a girl on the street?
How would you like?
I mean, I would like them to just like say, I don't know, just like say how it is, he feels like. Just like if I was a man, for example, for me was the best like type of way to approach is like, hey girl, like, you're beautiful, let me buy you a drink. Like this is like the easiest for me to like way to approach. But yeah.
I mean, I think it's because I'm Russian, but I think that if a man wants to impress me, I feel like I need to be taken care of. I feel like if I tell him no, he has to be respectful. But if I do say yes, then I'm not paying for anything. You know, it's he's treating me because I'm being hit on. I don't like the split culture of paying at restaurants. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't do that.
Very good. So the political situation in the world right now is actually quite crazy. Do you know what's going on in America right now?
Elections.
Elections. Is there any candidate that you support for the American presidency?
I have some opinion of that, but like I'm not very into that topic enough to have like say that. So I will just skip that.
Okay, no comment from you.
I feel the US was really at a loss of what to do when the choice was between Trump and Biden, because the Democrats didn't want to vote Biden in, but they didn't want to choose Trump. And well, Trump supporters just didn't want to choose Biden anyway. They were going to go for Trump. So now that Biden has resigned or like stepped down from the elections, I feel like the Democrats feel like they might have a better chance of winning simply because I feel like they believe that they have more hope. But it's always it's not something you can predict, and I hope that whoever wins that's a good thing for America and the rest of the world.
That was actual political commentary. Thank you very much. Is there any specific issue that you're passionate about in this world?
Of course, world peace, especially right now when there's like so many wars happening.
Name a war you're interested in.
Well, I'm half Russian, so like of course I have so many Russian and Ukrainian friends, and like I'm very I'm attached to that topic. If I want to, I don't. I kind of have to.
Do you think
be.
it's a very complex topic?
Yeah, of course.
Because many people, I feel like, choose one side or the other.
No,
Can you summarize your views on the Ukraine war?
well, I do not like. I don't have like the side I support because I seen like what like each country did to each other. Like my friend, Russian friends struggled, my Ukrainian friends struggled, but I feel like people kind of many people looking at this war surfacely of just like who did it, who did that, but they're not like going into like a past like of what was happening before.
Do you think there was a lot of events leading up to this war
Yeah,
that
because
people didn't know about?
I saw many like what I did not agree with is surely people being like treating like if you're Russian you're like that, if you're Ukrainian you're like that, because I heard like in Japan even like they removed like Russian signs from Shinjuku I think station because it was Russian, and I do not support that.
Do you think Japan is more leaning towards supporting Russia or Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Interesting. And since you're Russian, can I get your opinion on this as well?
I mean, yeah, I basically agree. I was raised in Switzerland and the UK, so obviously I have a really different upbringing from a lot of Russian people I know, but I don't think I know Russian families who have lost their sons to the war, and I know Ukrainian families who have been forced to become refugees. I've actually worked with Ukrainian refugees in Switzerland and helping them like find a way to live again, especially kids. So obviously it's a heartbreaking situation, and I think there's a lot more at play than people make it out on social media between just two countries. I feel like it's a complex situation where you have the whole of NATO and then China getting involved, and it's like a lot of people will either take saying that as a Russian, I can't say that I hate Russia. So, but I can't be proud of what is going on right now. But if I say that I like being Russian, then people automatically assume I love Putin, which I don't think is a fair association to make. So I feel like if people want to have a actually good conversation about these kinds of topics, it can't be over 5 minutes, and it should be with people you feel comfortable talking with.
Yeah, no, that was a very intelligent analysis of a complicated situation. So, is there just one change you wish to see in the world right now? What would it be?
I'm studying chemistry, and I have been working. I've been studying a lot of physical chemistry, and what I'm not seeing right now, but I really hope can be a big focus in the future, is the Green parties getting more votes in, simply because we are currently at a very important tipping point, and I feel like we need to take action for the environment right now. But I feel like a lot of that attention has been drifted towards political issues instead, which of course are important, but this is going to affect the entire world. So hopefully we can manage to somehow find a balance between those kinds of things.
So, you think by supporting science and environmental issues, the world will improve?
I mean, I don't think the priority should only be science. I think everything has to be taken into its own like measure. But I do feel like it's currently underrepresented in medias. So I don't think people do know that climate change is going on, but I don't think they understand to what extent it's going to affect us now and in the next 5 to 10 years. So hopefully we can get more analysis of that.
Is there any specific technology that you think would ameliorate the effects of climate change in the future?
To be fair, it depends on the first of all the economic situation of a country, of what it can actually employ. It depends on the geographic disposition of each country. But as a whole, I think that taking more severe political measures, such as the Paris Agreement, making it more harsher, not just lenient, not allowing countries such as the US, which is the main contributor to current climate change and CO2 emissions, except for China, to back out just simply because the president said so previously. So I think, yeah, it really depends. There's no one answer for just everyone.
Very complicated situation. Is there anything that you're very passionate about that you would like to see solved in this world?
In the world, I totally agree with her about environmental issues because as we can see, it's like so hot right now, and it's like the hottest year. It beat it 2023. So it's like now the hottest year of all, which also making me scared about the environmental issues, but there's also issues with wars and peace. And I think just people needs to kind of relearn to like work together and like actually pay attention to each other's country to help them.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Can you both bow?
Bow?
Yeah. Perfect. All right.